Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Patience. I came up with a new one for you. Now, I've implemented a little bit more into my. Sorry about that. I've implemented a little bit more into my train tram scene, and this is what I've come up with thus far. So I'm going to showcase a little element of something I've added to this at the end of my video, just to show you a little something of the direction in which I may go with it. But as you can see here, I've created something like a paradox where my tram can keep moving on the spot and it will never actually reach that tunnel dead ahead of it. So this was actually a little trick that I implemented into my 3D program, and I'm having quite a blast with it at the moment because I don't need to use that tunnel at the moment, and when I do, I'm hoping to have quite the blast. I want to showcase the light region on the tracks, and that beam of light. I will bring those out in just a moment. As you can see, the shinies that I have on my tram, which I was glad to bring that out, even though I have the lines smothered over my tram, which usually blots out any underlining material. But I found a way around that, fortunately. But that beam of light there, I'm going to show you a little bit more. I've also gone out my way to model a low poly version of my character Jade, as this scene will be based on my character Jade. As you can see, my chairs, they have a little bit more texture and a little bit more fundamentals to them, meaning that I got a bit carried away with creation and had a little bit of fun designing a new chair for we'll call it well, I can't say the metro line, but this would be for my tram line, the patient's tram line. So yeah, this is my low poly Jade, and I'm going to use this as a reference for my scene, depending on how I choose to handle my scene, might I add. The reason why I chose to go for a low poly this time was simply because I'm not going to implement any hardcore line art. It's just going to be a basic skim over if possible. And yeah, that took me a good while to make, mainly because I needed to get some of those cavalries brought out for my own personal preference. As you can see, the train is moving, or the tram, while we are set aboard. And so this is exactly the scene that I did in 2D, but now I'm bringing it out in the 3D, and whichever one I prefer is whichever one I will use for later. But now what I want to do is I want to bring out the track. As you can see, the track again is smothered in lines, and I have the highlights here, these emissions that, oh, the tracks ain't connected, I'll deal with those later. But anyway, as you can see, there's this beam of light and it's actually animate. So I created that one, but the thing is I actually wanted it to have a deform, but I'm finding that bit quite hard. Now I've done that before, but somehow I find it really tricky to deform. I believe it would be certain material, certain meshes. So I'll see what I can do, but in this case I was trying to use a cylinder effect, but it just would not happen for me. So I'll see a bit later. As you can see, I have it animate, and that will be well, I have to say, a nice theme that will go through my line of work. So anyway, yes, that's your boy Patience. This is the animation I left for you guys. Have a nice one. Your boy Patience, over and out.
Hard work, your boy, hard work. He puts it